before we start, I'll show you our newest addition to the vinyl collection. Yeah, so what? If you don't like it, that's your loss, man. So I forgot to mention the reason why I didn't watch anime back then was because of that Filthy Frank video. I don't remember if I mentioned that in the previous video, but that's one of the reasons why I didn't really watch anime. That video was a banger though. It was probably for the best at the time because those guys were true weirdos. So a little continuation of that 10 years video that I did a while back, because you know 5 and 10 are nice and clean numbers to use. So if you watch that, it's gonna be the same premise. Just want to look back at some media from the past half decade. Probably just gonna be games, music, anime, you know, the great trio. Gotta get this out before the year ends or else this wouldn't make sense. So, what was happening in the world of 2018? The Golden State Warriors were running rampant. The Eagles beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I was gonna start playing tennis later in the year. Halfway into Trump's presidency. He had a summit where he first met Kim Jong-un. You know, look at them being all buddy-buddy. They'd meet again in North Korea next year, though. Meghan joined the royal family. You know, I haven't really caught up with much of them since that South Park episode earlier in the year. Then again, I wasn't really keeping up with politics in general here. Being in the midst of being a high school kid in band. Sorry if the lighting is the lighting weird? Oh well, my face is probably gonna get dark from time to time. Oh, and speaking of politics, this stuff, man, Trump was all over the place at this time. I mean, it would make sense considering that he'd be controlling over a country. But anyway, we're edging into the music category, so how about we just jump into the anime section? So I'm pretty sure I started to dip my toes in the anime here because I was taking a Japanese course in high school. Look, I know it looks like that I was turning into a weeb, but chill the fuck out, I'm Japanese, I have some authority here. But anyway, yeah, look at this story from 2018 where I asked followers if I should continue watching One Punch Man. One Punch Man, and I'm pretty sure I started Sound Euphonium because band kid. And plus, the music in there is good. But I haven't finished that show. I haven't finished it yet. One Punch Man, I did finish the first season. And it was great from what I can recall. Yeah, so basically, how do I summarize it? So basically, this bald man, he's in this world where other superheroes, and it's like this class system of rankings. He ends his enemies with one punch because he's just so strong. But something about how he's not in this league of superheroes, so he's kind of just ranked as like a mid-tier superhero when he's like, you could probably just solo all of them. There's a lot of funny scenes in there and like good action scenes from the first season that I watched. That's my basic summary of it from what I can think of. I know there's a second season, but I haven't gone out of my way to watch it. People have mentioned that it wasn't as good as the first season, but it's still good, but I just haven't returned to it. Maybe one day. We shall see. I heard the manga slaps though, so I should probably check that out. But those are shows I came around to watching in 2018, but not shows that started airing in 2018. Like these shows I'm about to mention now. God, my fucking hair, dude. Ugh, so flat, man. My hair got hella long this year, jeez. Attack on Titan Season 3. That was fire, especially the whole Kenny and the government uptaking kind of... The whole Kenny thing and the whole overtaking of the government within the wall was pretty cool for the season. It's a pretty great season, like all of them. Don't ask to play baseball, though. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind Part 5. My personal second favorite part of JoJo so far. I'm still a sucker for Part 3 if you had a question about that. But I really like Giorno and the mafia activities, even though the entire story takes place within a little over a fucking week. It's weird and probably won't make sense. Wow, JoJo being bizarre. Wow. But the fights were sick and the stands were also really cool. I won't go too much in depth into the series since I already talked about it in the last video. I'm just gonna ramble about the time frame here. Like the specific year, like a snapshot of how things are evolving during this period. A place further than the universe, I have heard of it, but I haven't fully seen it, but I heard it's really good. What I definitely remember being really good that released this year was Violet Evergarden. Holy shit, this one broke me. This is a pretty popular one in terms of emotional gut-wrenching series, so I'm probably not the first person to talk about how sad this one can get, but holy damn, this one hit me in the feels. Basically, this soldier girl starts to learn the feelings of love, writing love letters for others, among other things. It's pretty cool. It's set in like really olden times. It's a little suspect because she's 14 in the beginning, I think. You know, typical Japan weirdness. Haha. I love my homeland. And that was a lie. I wasn't born there. But other shit aside, there were some episodes that really got me, and the one that got me the most doesn't even involve the main character, Violet. Shout out to episode 10. You know what the fuck's going on if you've watched this series. But yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, I'd recommend it. But if you get emotional, you probably shouldn't watch it near your family or in public. Oh, and that special, or OVA, the one about writing the love song for the performer. Oh, that was a good one too. I hate love, man. I hate love, man. And then we go with something that has mixed feelings. Darling in the Franxx. Franks? I'm gonna just say Franxx, fuck you. Basically, the best way to put it is that it's like Evangelion. I've never watched Evangelion, but if you heard of this anime, it's because of this character, probably 02. She's cool and all. You probably couldn't escape her in an anime women edit. But yeah, I haven't watched this one in a while, so it's a little fuzzy. But it also has to do with romance, action, mech suits, the usual. And these two get really wicked. Actually, a good handful of this cast is pretty horny, which is tough considering that they're in an apocalyptic world. They're in an apocalyptic world. I can't say that. Why can't I not say that fucking fast, dude? They're in an apocalyptic world. Whatever, man. What also gets wicked is the last episodes. It turns into another whole new gear, and it's kind of out of nowhere from what I can recall. It felt left field and kind of rushed from what I can remember. But when I was watching it, I was also worrying about the wacky relationship drama happening within the show. I don't know. If you want to try it. I think most of it was okay, even with the ending episodes considered. Speaking of wacky, I haven't watched it yet, but I don't even know if I will. I just saw it on Instagram a bit back. Golden Kamui. What did I see on Instagram? You know, only a battle of detectives using their, their goo. Look, I don't know what context is needed to do that, but I just know the series might be crazy. And I saw JoJo, which Jorno almost drank piss. What the fuck is Baki even about, bro? But yeah, I don't know what this show is about besides that goo battle, and I think there was a JoJo reference somewhere. Yeah. Sperm battle. Okay, now Bunny Girl Senpai. Trust me, it's not just about girls who dress up in Playboy bunny outfits. It partially has that, but there's way more psychology involved than you think. Which is great because you don't always have to have horniness in anime. Unless it's Chainsaw Man. But anyway, hold up. And Jujutsu Kaisen, hold up. It covers a lot of like insecurities, whether it be about yourself and others. And the main character, Sakuta, he's pretty funny. The dynamic with him and the other character, Mai, is pretty cool to watch. It's pretty cool to watch throughout the series as they help each other and others through these issues. I think it's called puberty syndrome. Yeah, if you like romance as well as supernatural, psychological elements added in there, this is a pretty big one to watch. Okay, we're mentioning way more anime. We're mentioning way more shit than last time. So anyway, the last one I'm gonna mention here is Watakoi. Love is hard for otaku, something like that. 1, because the opening slaps and the dance was hot on TikTok a couple of years ago. And 2, because it's a funny anime. Holy shit, there were a decent amount of romance this year. Anyway, it's about this lady, Narumi, who goes into an office job and hopes no one figures out she's an otaku. It's like this... What's it called? I don't know. It's probably not this, but it's like a weirdo. Fuck it, I will just search it up. A young person who is obsessed with computers or particular aspects of popular culture to the detriment of their social skills. Thank you, Oxford Dictionary. That's what an otaku is. She hopes no one finds out she's an otaku, but finds out her other coworkers are also otaku weirdos. Not weirdos, but also otakus. And one is an old middle school friend. So it becomes a nice series of them bonding, gaming, romancing like usual. It's awkward but adorable, and there's only 1 season, so I don't know what happens after it, but if you like it, you could probably read the manga. But I've only watched the anime so far, and I liked it, so. Okay, that's almost all of the anime I can think of from 2018. If I didn't mention it, it's probably because I didn't finish it, or I don't have too much to say on it, like My Hero. I didn't finish that. I haven't finished it since like season 2 or 3. So I don't have too much to say. And I have some viewers who don't want to see me ramble about anime all day, so we can move on soon. But if you did watch this segment, hi, rate my basic taste in anime that I watched from this specific year. The ones I mentioned were the most notable ones. I know, way more than last video, but oh well, most of them are pretty good, so let's move on. No, let's not move on real quick. I need to say something real quick. I know this is a video about 2018, but I just finished. Well, I didn't just finish. I saw the last episode for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Oh my god, dude. That shit is peak. That shit is actually so fucking good. Almost everything about it was just like, wow. It was shocking. It's amazing. It was action-packed. It was weird. But, oh my god. Yeah, I just need to add that in here just because it just happened so recently. Alright, back to 2018 bits. So, yeah. Gaming. Since this was high school, I wasn't really gaming that much because of band and being in a relationship and all that. Not to say I could have done all three, it's just, I don't know, gaming really wasn't for me at the time. But there were some notable titles like Smash Bros. That one was pretty huge for me during that year. Not just for the public, but specifically for my band friends too. Whenever there was free time during or after school, we'd usually just pop that shit in the TV and just start playing Smash Bros. We'd be playing that shit. We'd be on that shit. Hosting tournaments, 1v1s, 8-mans. Shit got crazy, not gonna lie. I've never played Smash until then. Crazy, I know. So I was a button masher most of the time. However, at the time I was starting to get down the controls of Snake and Bowser. Bowser was really fun to use, especially that grab and smash move he had. Oh, that move was so brain dead, dude. I used that shit to jump off the ledge when I had 2 stocks compared to someone else's 1. Oh my god. That shit was so funny and brain dead. I remember winning one of those tournaments, but I'm pretty sure it might have been a Mickey Mouse one, because I'm pretty sure at the end it was a CPU that I was facing. Like expert CPUs, and they kind of bumped out all our friends in the earlier rounds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it might have been a Mickey Mouse win due to it being a super hard CPU that I faced in the finals. But hey, a win's a win. Fuck y'all. I've etched myself in history winning a tournament that no one probably remembers from that time. But I do. Fuck it. I'll hang this banner in season tournament style. But yeah, if I played Smash now, I'd probably get my ass kicked. I haven't played in years, especially since I don't have my own Switch. I had a Switch Lite, but I don't know where it went. Tournaments are fun. Tournaments are fun. Third Smash champ, baby! Let's go! Apparently UFC 3 released that year. I think I played it, but I know I probably didn't have much fun as I did with UFC 2, because UFC 2 had all these ragdoll physics and the knockouts were so funny, dude. That's my favorite UFC game, simply based off of that. Sure, you can go into depth about gameplay mechanics and knockouts and career mode or whatever the fuck, but I don't care. UFC 2 is my favorite simply because of this crazy stupid ass ragdoll physics. And Jeb's request videos were peak YouTube content at the time. Don't get it twisted, Jeb's still goated. I guess since we're talking about UFC, I should also mention here that I've never played WWE 2K19. I think I mentioned that in the previous video, but I'll just say it here because 2K19 released in 2018. But it's crazy, and it shows how uninterested I was with video games at the time. It's widely considered as one of the best 2K installments of the series, and I've never put my hands on it simply because the timing was just not there. I do want to play it still, but the servers are non-existent, and I don't know if I can still mod it through PC, but to be honest, I'm fine with a vanilla playthrough. Maybe one day. Keep in mind, I still need to play WWE 2K23. Maybe soon. In the new year. Maybe around Rumble time, like last time. But yeah, I mentioned going back to play good WWE games last time, and the thought is still there whenever I decide to look for an old console. I will make that a reality, but 2K19 seems to be the most realistic one currently. But the WWE in 2018, man, I'm not gonna lie, 2017 through 2019, it was a rough time to be a wrestling fan. Or, well, WWE wise. I don't know how I'm still watching to this day, but I'm glad I am. Shit's been popping off recently. But I think after witnessing the lowest of the lows, I can pretty much endure anything related to them. Unless it just goes extremely down the shitter in the near future. But then again, I started watching regularly-ish in 2010, so my standards weren't really at an all-time high. Yeah, short end of the stick, but oh well, going up in that time will do that to you. Well, okay, moving on. Well, I know it didn't release in 2018 for consoles, but it did for the Switch apparently, so I'm gonna use that as an excuse to talk about Fortnite, baby. Fortnite! I mean, if you see my Fortnite videos, I was pretty much heavy into that when it first came out, like half a decade ago, Jesus Christ. Pretty sure from 2017 to early mid 2018, that was in the rotation heavily for me. gaming wise. Getting your first victory royales to post on your stories were almost commonplace back then, which is crazy to consider because people probably still do it now. And I know this because The Weeknd did that not too long ago, which makes sense because of the whole Fortnite Festival event, but that's beside the point. That's current year. We're talking about 2018. But it's crazy how much this damn game has changed the mainstream of gaming, especially with COD Warzone and other Battle Royale type games. Oh, and a little side note, I won't be talking about Black Ops 4. I loved BO3, especially the zombies, but I just could not bring myself to buy that game, especially because it wasn't looking too good to begin with, plus all the other circumstances involved me in high school, like previously mentioned. BO4 didn't even have a fucking campaign, man, and I'm pretty sure they were too busy focusing on that. What was that? What was their Warzone thing called? Was it Blackout? Something like that. I don't know. It was just not for me at the time. It definitely just was not for me at the time, especially because I was so into zombies back in the day, and the zombies wasn't even looking that good, so why even bother? Anyways, Fortnite was big coming up and is still relevant to this day, for better or for worse. And it's crazy because it might become a heavy rotation game with me and my friends if we have time nowadays, along with Lethal Company, making videos on that one, and maybe even Valorant. Yeah, I guess I'll just end the gaming section here. I know there were other huge releases this year like Red Dead, Hitman 2, No Man's Sky, but as previously mentioned, I pretty much fell out of love with gaming at that time during high school, and to be honest, I wasn't really gaming a lot anyways unless it came to the usual Call of Duties or really huge titles like Skyrim, so I wasn't going to be putting too much time into those games. I usually don't play that often unless it's in a friends or party setting, like Smash Bros or Fortnite. Also helps with the fact that I didn't have to pay for those things, you know. Broke high school student life. Okay, let's move in. Holy fuck, that was a decent clap. Let's move into the music section, because holy shit, there is a lot of fucking music that dropped this. There's a good handful of music that dropped in 2018. So I'm just gonna list them off and try to talk about them as we go. I guess we can start off with the music I actually was listening to at the time. So we can start off with Panic at the Disco, Pray for the Wicked. You know, at the time I probably liked it, but nowadays I never go back to it unless it's like, fuck, I don't even know. King of the Clouds is probably one of those that I'd probably re-listen to. God, I hate High Hopes now, dude. It's a sin of my high school years. That's all I'm gonna say. Overall, I don't go back to this album. It's probably fun. It was fun at the time, but it's definitely one of Panic's worst, if you can even call it Panic at the time. Then we go into Fall Out Boy's Mania, one that is also pretty bad. There were a few bops on there. Stay Frosty, Royal Milk Tea, that was a good one. Other than that, most of these are, yeah, I don't go back to this album either. These guys have made good albums, I will say that. It's just the ones that they've released this year and going forward hasn't been the best, I will say. Then we get into I Don't Know How But They Found Me's EP. It's the best one so far that I've mentioned. I pretty much like a lot of the material, so shout out to Dallin. Choke is a banger. 21 Pilots, Trench. Yeah, you're really seeing what kind of phase I was in looking at the music I was listening to at the time. I enjoyed it at the time. I haven't really gone back to listen to it, but it's probably aged better than Fall Out Boy and Panic. I know Joji and Rich Brian released albums at the time, but my listening phase with them didn't really take off until the year after 2019. But Ballads and Amen they're part of the rotation, and they're more in the rotation in 2019 than 2018. But I'll just shout out Arizona and that one with Offset. No Fun, Slow Dancing in the Dark was on there, I think. Oh, and I guess Midsummer Madness for the 88 Rising record. Okay, those were some that I was actually there for in the moment. Now let's look at stuff I listened to after it initially released to show what shit I was missing out on. I mentioned Kanye earlier. He had a crazy run in 2018 with Kids See Ghosts, Daytona, and more. Yay, the album is a really personal favorite of mine. I really love the rawness and vulnerability of it. It's not like Kitsy Ghost didn't have that either, but I don't know. This one, Ye has been resonating with me more, but all like great. Oh, and Daytona fucking slaps too. The games we play, Come Back Baby, Santiera. I don't even think that's how you say it anyway. Ye, fucking, I Thought About Killing You. Yikes. I Do Love All Mine, even though it's yeah, bro, like, fuck that. Ow. Okay, then. Ghost Town, Violent Crimes, you know. There's really no misses on this album. Because, I mean, it is 7 songs. It's like under half an hour, but oh my god. The material is so good. Dreaming, I know you want to cry all night. Your mama be worried, all it was a part of the story. Niggas is savage. Niggas is monsters. This song is so good. This song is so good. Like it's the beat of love. And Cutty Montage. Oh, yeah. Cutty Montage is so good. Stay strong. Lord, shine your light on me. Okay, anyway, I'm going too deep down the Ye run. Oh, and Lift Yourself. Kanye did that year. Okay, moving on. Astro World, one of the many big Travis Scott albums. You couldn't escape Sicko Mode at least. That song you've definitely heard in 2018. I fucking love No Bystanders. Can't Say is iconic as it is. Taboo. Top tier Denzel Curry. Been thinking about getting it on vinyl. Either that one or Meld My Eyes See Your Future. But then again, I'm just probably gonna fold and just get both of them because both of them were fucking great. Like honestly, it's a toss up between those two as my favorite Denzel albums. Like both of them are just, oh my god. I love Denzel Curry, man. Yeah, Vengeance with JPEG and Zilla. Oh my god, that track goes so hard. Die Lit. God, Die Lit. I've already talked about my love for that album. I have this video about Cardi like a year ago, so I won't go too much into detail, but that shit has bangers upon bangers. Me and my friend were talking about his upcoming album that hopefully drops in January. That it has potential to possibly top Die Lit, which is crazy because it's widely considered Cardi's best. So the singles Cardi has been releasing has been pretty good, so we'll see. I think it does have the potential, but like I said, we shall see. Dude, Die Lit is just so fucking amazing. I'm gonna go fuck that bitch. I'm gonna go toss that bitch. Don't make me pull up, bitch. Flacco shit. I really hope he still plays this song when I see him live. You know, the tour that got delayed. I'm sure I'm gonna go crazy either way. God, I need to fucking finish recording so I can go fucking eat. Some rap songs, possibly Earl's Best. Haven't heard it in a bit though. I know December 24th, I think, and The Bends. I think I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside. That one and Void Dire. Those two albums come onto my mind most when I think about Earl currently. Shout out to Earl, man. JPEG Mafia, Veteran, arguably his best work so far. Recently I've been listening to a lot of All My Heroes Like Cornballs though, so if you've seen me sing Jesus Forgive Me I Am a Thought, count your blessings for real, amen. But Veteran still slaps though. My Thoughts on Neil Gaff Dying. Libtard Anthem. 1488 slaps. And that belly cool bitch. Scorpion. I haven't listened to it, but I just wanted to mention it here because it's Drake. I only know the hits, so I can't say too much. I know people did not like this though. You know, Nice for What. God's Plan. I think God's Plan is on there. I don't know. Yeah, it is on there. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. Heard it wasn't that good. Haven't gone out of my way to listen to it yet, but we shall see. That day will probably come sometime. I don't know. Speaking of people not liking, we got Kamikaze by Eminem. I thought it was good when I first listened to it. Then again, anything is good when you just release Revival the year prior. I think, I don't know. I didn't listen to Revival fully. I think I only listened to that Walk on Water song. Pretty forgettable. Yeah, modern Eminem has been rough album wise, but I'm pretty sure there were some highlights I can recall from probably. I guess I don't know. I like the title track. Yeah, that's yeah, I haven't listened to this album in a while actually. Is The Ringer the one with the Tyler diss at the time? I don't even remember, but and it also had Venom. If you watch Fan Channel, you know he really likes that song. Oh, well, at least he did have that diss with MGK, so At least we got something cool out of him during that year. But don't diss my world champion in WWE 2K22, please. I guess since we're still near the topic of albums I've never finished, there's question mark, testing, goodbye, and good riddance. I'm only mentioning them because there are songs on here that were huge during the time. Moonlight, Sad. Oh, I like Floor 555 and Infinity though. Those were some pretty good songs. But other than that, I haven't really listened too much of it. Goodbye and Good Riddance has Lucid Dreams, and All Girls Are the Same. Juice WRLD and XXXTentacion were really huge during the time. But I also want to mention Testing because I like ASAP Forever and Buckshots. Dude, the ASAP Forever music video, that video was so good. 21 Savage, I Am is greater than I was. A lot of slappers on that one. Like a lot, of course. Gunsmoke, Can't Live Without It. Metro Boomin had a great album with Not All Heroes Wear Capes, Don't Come Out the House, Space Cadet, Up to Something, Lesbian, and a No Complaints bonus track. FM, Vince Staples. I like Vince. He makes great, fun, groovy music, and he's a funny dude. That Earl Sweatshirt interlude, god damn. Feels Like Summer, Don't Get Chipped. Yeah, there's a good amount of songs on this one. I guess I'll mention the Black Panther album. Marvel was reaching high peaks and Black Panther was within that peak. You know, it had various artists, Kendrick Lamar at the helm, like Big Shot. Oh, King's Dead. All the Stars, X, Ops, Vince Staples was on there. Yeah, there was a lot of notable artists on this one. I guess I can also shout out Into the Spider-Verse because that came out that year as well. Sunflower, Riot, those two come to mind instantly. But yeah, still waiting for the third movie. Hope those workers are paid fairly. Oh, here's a non-rap one. Judas Priest, Firepower. Yeah, this one was banging, which is crazy because it's Judas Priest, which is an old metal band in modern times. The longevity to make quality metal rock at that level is respectable and crazy. but really, really respectable. Yeah, wild. And I guess I'll just put Summer Nights by Twice in here. I haven't listened to the whole album, but I know the big hits like Dance the Night Away. What? Dance the Night Away and What Is Love? I'm only really putting this here because my friend who I go to the gym with plays hella K-pop. And I saw it while looking for music that was released in 2018. Yeah, so after all these albums, I ended with K-pop. How crazy. Yeah, I know, not the most unique or the most underground, but that's not to say most of these songs aren't great 5 years later. A lot of these songs are still in heavy rotation for me, as much as can possibly be. I still go back to some of them, still cringing at some of them, but hey, that's 2018 in a nutshell. Or most years, depending on who you ask. But, I mean, there was still way more albums that I've never listened to yet. So, there's only just a fraction of what I could accomplish and talk about on my never-ending quest to listen to more music. Yeah, that quest got halted like instantly as soon as Utopia dropped in. Preparing for that Travis Scott concert, like any new music I was listening to was put on hold unless it was like a really huge release. And Cardi Prep's gotta come soon. I gotta start moving and start listening to new shit, man. New Sampha album is fire though, but I'll talk about that another time. Okay. I hope you had fun running down 5 years ago with me. Who would have guessed I would have been doing a lot more as a high schooler in 2018 than an elementary schooler in 2013. Can't wait to have the same sentiment in 2028, which is way closer than I want it to be. But you know, time waits for nobody. What were you doing in 2018? Whether it be listening to RIP or getting your first victory royale, let me know if you stumble upon this video. And if you're around my age, I still hope you found a job or something to do with your life. Or if you were born in 2018, then Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ, man. 2018? You were born that year? Oh my god. Don't even stop. Don't even watch this video, man. Okay, well, come back to modern times from now. We have to get a hold of ourselves. We have to prepare for our futures and all of that. God. Oh god. Now I gotta do a guitar outro, man. I haven't done that in a while.